Okay. We are live. We sure are live. Yeah. Ooh, Area 0 is a great draw. That unlocks the trolley. We love that. I think I like bundle because it lets me either... I guess the item lock doesn't matter so much because I already have double chops in the bin. Can I attempt it with Tachyon Bits to KO this? How crazy is going Kieran here? (19, 17, 21, 22, 23, 24, 21. So I need the Valiant damage. So it's whether I use Kieran as a switch card now or I research plus Squawk and try and get there. I think Research plus Squawk is safer because I have the 4 carts, right? But I could also Kieran into the monkey. Or Kieran out of monkey, maybe. I like doing this first anyway. How's it going, Jake? Let's see if I'm not capping quickly. I can... I've already retreated, so I can't go Kieran into just KO, because I need to spend the forest here. I need multiple switching cards. But do I go Kieran for 1, and then the Squawk give me... Like, now I need to hit an extra switch card. Whereas the Squawk has to hit DTE if I don't research. I think I see more cards to try and hit double carts. Well, there's the turbos. I just got rid of Stretcher, so I definitely keep... Because I have my second Stretcher here, I definitely keep this there. And now we just need to hit 1 switch card from the next 6, and then I can forest for it. No switch card, never lucky. Rip. Now I still have to backorder switch cards? Okay. That's right, Star Alchemy switch card. Pretty unfortunate. I think the budgie's not worth it here because they've already got double chops. I wonder if me just chasing a like bundling was just a better line there rather than trying to chase the hard KO. What do you think? I was seeing 13 cards with 3 switch cart in deck. I think that's still pretty good odds. It's like win on the spot play, right? Plus, I can Itchy Pollen KO this now. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad, thanks. Alright, they have a nice boss play. Away the lads. What a great game. I love watching Liverpool lose. And they generally deserve to lose. Nate, how's it going? I'm playing in Stockholm. Reports of people stealing Pokemon cards. I mean, honestly, it's not too surprising, is it? Unfortunately. Based on the board, I don't need the Sneasler damage. I already have Turtle in hand, so I can just get rid of Turtle rates. $220 is an easy number, it's just 250 because of the resist. 220 was a really, like, easy number for this deck, normally. Teaching your nephews playing Pokemon. Well, the League Battle decks are a good test if they're a little younger, maybe even just starting off with even simpler stuff. Like Theme Deck is fine. Or the Battle Academy is always like a good first step type thing. That's a good draw. I think I like going Fez over Turtle here. Ah, but I'm not actually doing what I want to do, am I? I was like, oh, I can let the Badoo KO this, but that's not accurate. Unless I hit second switch carts from the Fez draw. We're once again looking for switch carts. I'm only at 50. Otherwise I have to go Clorf, and that gives him the opportunity to use Ball Search for hands. Huh. Oh, I can cart Pay Retreat out the Valiant? Yeah. See, I'm very much learning this deck on the fly right now. We like Judge, right? Or do I like holding my final double turbo? Probably hold energy, right? And still stronger. Learn to play 30-card decks from local league. Yeah, that's a great shout, Byron. Or Brian, I should say. Byron. Yeah. Newcastle wanted to win it more. Showing now is Salah's a great Premier League player because he only ever scored one goal in the major final. I think one thing that was relevant that I thought to mention is that Salah is in Ramadan right now, and that undoubtedly has to affect his performance, right? That he's like getting up in the middle of the night to eat and then like going back, like his entire circadian rhythm is like completely off. So surely that has some impact on performance, especially at that level, even if it's just percentages. So I think it's harsh to expect more out of Salah, especially when the team were just so bad. Like Salah carries them on their back so hard that you can't ever just like rag on him, I don't think. Even if he's not necessarily like the big game player that like some players have been in the past. It's John? Why are you calling me John? John Doe. He's cleaning me up right now? That's crazy. Taking me to the cleaners. I really don't want to play Judge into him, but his hand may only be bad because I pollened, right? So maybe it is Underdepth's Judge. I can't play Double Turbo because it's my last energy. So I suppose it is Underdepth's Judge. Cleaning it up. We'll just poison pass, I suppose. Liverpool wouldn't be where they are without him. Definitely not. And remember, most seasons there's AFCON. And he normally leaves like 3 months of the season for that. So the fact that they actually get to keep him for the full season is a blessing. No true bad match. Oh, just Guardi is the true bad matchup for this deck. I don't know. I've never enjoyed playing this deck too much because it feels like you're in that mid-game helter-skelter like I'm in kind of right now. But I'm also fully aware that I probably don't play this optimally, so I'm sure there's percentage gain you can get on everything. The Drago does help a little bit. Am I running out of Mons? Should be fine. I'm playing this weekend. Get my spot at Utrecht. Yep, I'm there. We're all good. There's also a new button on Arcanine that lets you unreg. So if you're at a special event and you decide that you actually don't want to go, I think it's a much more important feature for specials because there's obviously no payments, right? So that was an unfortunate Research Plus Squawk whiff on cart to KO the lone Lugia, right? Maybe it was wrong for me to commit to that line, but seeing 13, I don't know. Felt like good odds that we got kind of scammed there. Scam game. I don't know, there's times with this deck where I look at some hands and I'm like, I actually can't do anything but play off my board here, and it feels like quite grim at times. And you're still like going to those low hand sizes being like, my goodness, I need this double turbo pretty badly. But hey. We're on quad cart. 4 cart plus Kieran rather than the black belt because I'm playing Iron Valiant. Well, that's not the only reason, but... I'm playing Tamao Takeda's EUIC list. It's like 80th place, but I trust his process, and I've seen him playing this a bunch, so I know the work he put in with the list. Have I been liking Valiant compared to the other stuff that normally takes that spot? I mean, normally it's, well, since EUIC it's been Monkey Dark. I like the proactive nature of the Valiant. It lets you KO stuff a little bit earlier in those combo turn ones. I know I just whiffed a moment ago, but like, the possibility is still more open. Tenace isn't that terrible here, you know. I already have Ultra Ball. It's kind of close. I probably have to get rid of the Tenacity, though, let's be honest. It's probably more like this. Arven Trolley Forest. We want... So I'm Ultra Balling for Bundle now, bundling, reacting to that, and then trolleying. Ah, he's saying you don't got it like that, Mr. Bernard. But what if I did have it like that? I want my space to be Clorf, Bonnet, Sneasler, Squawk, Valiant. Clorf, Bonnet, Sneasler, Squawk, Valiant. Clorf, Bonnet, Sneasler, Squawk, Valiant. That's 5. So I don't want this. I just want the... Where am I going? Get back over here. It's that pesky 25 threshold that's such a minging number. Rats. We were much more likely in the previous game to get the turn 1 bonk. We got scammed from Research and Squawk that time. But... Thanks for the follow, Brando. Brando Calrissian, genius. Valiant's not that crazy, no. It's pretty common. I still can't KO the slug. I can boss KO the squawk, I guess. Ah, I could have done that, Brando, you're right. I could have done the retreat from the Valiant, you're right. That was the better way to go about it. They're really Lugia right now. Making you nervous that Val has to be in the list. I mean, Val's a really good card. But... I feel like its value is diminishing because there isn't the arch in anywhere near as much of a capacity anymore. Plus, like, this is a matchup where the math is offset. Like, your normal math is so good, but this is resistance math. I mean, we're just winning because Lugia's bricking, but... Dill Danny, I'm playing. Do I prefer the term caster or commentator? I mean, it's the same. It doesn't matter. Any archetypes I'm excited for from the next set? Most seem to have flopped minus Clefairy. I love the Ogerpon toolbox. I think it's a sick deck. Utrecht sold out? Yeah, it sold out in an instant, didn't it? Once again. I'm once again selling out immediately. In a shocking twist. Stellar Wish, how's it going? If it didn't whiff, it would be broken. Good point. It's a pretty good Iono to 2, right? It's pretty good. Bench body just as pivots. Is the poison prod worth with Mochi? Probably want to keep the area 0 protected, right? In case he goes in with this guy. So it probably is the Kieran to switch. And then the debate is, do I like small prod or bigger prod? It's a one-prizer, so I'd probably just go small prod, right? I know I can beat it with the poison for it to actually be a two-prizer, because this is only on damage. But Aqua returning into Clorfs. Yeah, that's a good idea. One of my favourite British redheads. There are quite a few strong candidates for best British redhead. Is Pathra gonna cook with everyone relying on Crispy? I think Japan's been rocking some Espathra. I think it's Monkey Dory Frostlass deck, but with Espathra in it. Tried Archpetch for post row. It can dunk going first, but something's missing. Funny story, I was trying a pre-row Poison Arch a little earlier. Because I really like the damage that it can churn out. But it has a few issues. Mostly that Bonnet is a huge fat boy. Classic, even bricking Lugia can beat us. This is so sad. Do I need to do some maths? $12 plus 10, 14. Okay, I'm just going to do this and forget to count. Who needs to count? I'm trying to see if I can still KO it with a Terapagos with a limited bench without triggering the legacy. Ends deck is something. I did that collab one time and a commentator thought I was Ed Sheeran. Archalu Donk. I saw someone did a tier list, like built a tier list for Poster, and they had it as Archalu Donk. Cool idea. My list didn't have the like my pre-roll list didn't have the donking capacity, but you have more good cards that you can play in the pre-roll list. This all too often has been my experience with the Cloth deck. It's that you come out the gate swinging, then you get a little bit of hand disruption, and then you're like on your knees weeping. Am I two off? Two off game? I can't math. I can't figure it out. I'll just play all the cards and see if I've won or not. Pretty sure I've lost by 20 damage. Yep. Sad. Funny though. Tragic. This deck can feel so good and so bad at the same time. In both situations against the Lugia, I attempted the Valiant Cloth play to get a turn 1 bonk and missed. So maybe that's a hyperextension and I shouldn't be attempting it. Good to think about. The first time was genuinely unlucky. The second time when I'm just having a Squawk Dig, I don't think I'm meant to expect that. Especially when I didn't have space for Lati. Maybe I was meant to go Tenacity Squawk. And then if I hit any Forest Seal Stone, I can then get the Trolley. No, that's kind of weird as well. Because I can't get the Cloth first in that case. Body Prod was probably a safer line in that second game. Yeah. In the first game, they already had double chop, so I was like, I gotta go for broke here. Plus, my hand had a lot of reach in the first game, so it felt a lot more correct when I was seeing 13. That last game, I shouldn't have pushed. It's just that, like, the hand already had the Valiant, and I was like, if I'm not using it now, am I ever using it? You know? Raccoon, how's it going? Thanks for the follow. They don't know the time Cloth. Future Men. Future Box. I really am low on the ladder. Sorry guys, I've been focused on post row so much I've not been grinding ladder. It's back! Yo, thanks for the kind words, Raccoon. I'm glad you guys are appreciating those videos. Jack put so much time into the rotation vid in particular. He's been learning a new editing software, so it's great to see that it's well received. Help, help. Help. Futurebox did oddly well in City Champs this weekend. I looked at, I think it was Yuho's list, or it was, no. Who was the list that won a special event in Europe? Name's on the tip of my tongue. It was like, it was maybe like towards the end. Yeah, Kim. Yeah, exactly. Kim's list, I think, had no cards that rotate in it, so you could just play, like, a regional winning list post-row. So talk about things that don't get worse. Putting Ram as the limitless entry for Snorlax was insane. He was the first, but yes, that was obviously an Easter egg for... Well, what's interesting about Futurebox as well is that it's in that position where the God, my brain is fuzzy. The tool removal is far worse, so you can really grief some people. Wow, this town store's pretty good for me. What am I doing here? What actually progresses my game? I honestly don't know what's the best here. Such a weird position. Didn't go hands. Interesting. He's just going to load up more energy. Halcyon, thanks for the sub, by the way. Stockholm Syndrome. I mean, I can see why he doesn't go hands, because I could claw the heck out of it, right? And I item lock, so he can't just find another one. But I am a bit worried about this position. My hand is still crap. Ooh, my hand got good. Skibby. And try to high roll. I binned one forest and the other's prize. That's a good laugh, isn't it? That was a good laugh. Prized bundle as well. Bundle fixes this hand so incredibly well. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So that if I don't poison Terapagos, he can't hands my turtle. So maybe it's just tenacity angle, and he can shottles KO this or something. I think it's a no poison, take the one angle. I really hate it, but... Oh, it doesn't even take the one. It's, just get me an energy angle. I guess I can Ultra Ball and get the KO. But then I have to spend... like this, I think. I mean, I would like to do anything. I'm just going to kill the stuff that he brings to me, to be honest. Leaves can KO, yeah, true. I don't mind Leaves stealing energy for itself, though. I just want energy off the hands, right? Did I play any pre-releases? No, I didn't. Yeah, the Bologna SPE was the major it won. Did it win? It definitely did well. I think it won. Expanded regional, doubt it. Can you buy me a brew if you see me out? You can buy me a coffee. You can always subscribe. Cheers. There it is, the leafage. What's with the energy on the active? It has a hidden second grass energy somewhere? The game's bugging out. Just the usual. Only don't take the booster if I'm car mining. I'm probably car mining, right? Okay. Good talk. I can stretch a turtle. Ah, yes. I'm once again panicking to draw crucial one-offs in the deck. Not one-offs, but low counts in the deck. Thinning for turbo. Now I never miss the double turbo energy, right? Smile. Ooh. So they go shuttles, take 2, go down to 1, but then they're like completely out of attackers, and I should just be able to win in 2 attacks, right? What do I lose to? At least like a Blood Moon or something like that, but a future deck should never play Blood Moon, right? I lacked faith. The Patrick Rati deck. Genius. Declawing my brute bonnet. So rude. Japanese card sports. And it's worth the -1 card. I think holding boss is more important, right? I think Arben this turn so I can hold switch cards. I've already got Forest. What wacky thing can beat me here? Am I going to lose to a reboot pod or something like that? That'd be pretty sweet. Zacian Monkey Dory. My issue with the Monkey Dory is like we can't we rely on our opponent damaging our dudes, right? I thought a Zacian Valiant would be a bigger grief. Boss energy booster 3rd crown. Two, 4, 6. Ah, you're right. I should have tooled up. You're right. My bad. My bad. Should have tooled up. Could have prevented an L right there. thanks for the... I've already missed it. Hold on. Thanks for the resub, Doc Poke. Appreciate you. I'm back. I feel like it's time to try and add in a Regidrago. Unfollowed me, so sad. Any arts I'm hoping to pull from the Journey Together expansion? The Alt Art and Zoroarks, of course. I think for once I'm not buying packs, though. I think I'm being a responsible adult and buying singles. So I've been buying a lot of flights recently. Right, so let's have a look at Tamal's genius deck list and then find one space. To put in a non-EX Regidrago so that I'm not railroaded by hand disruption every turn of every game I play. I also feel like Third Night Stretcher seems like really, really good as well. How's the Clefairy, Area Zero, and Hop Zacian Valiant testing so far? So I think the Clefairy Area Zero deck is best as the Ogerpon toolbox. Even if that means having like 2 Clefairy in your list. If you really want to. I think it's best as the Ogerpon deck, because then you have like good high damage threats and good spread threats. Whereas if you go pure Clefairy, you just have one mode. And then you may as well be playing Bolt. But the Ogerpon deck could be like less combo-y. Go to like Volk double Clefairy rather than have the Pikachu package. And then you can try and fit in a Lily's Pearl. So like maybe there's this combination of things where you mash. But I think you only need like 1 Pearl in that deck. I don't think you need multiple. The Hop Zacian Valiant deck, I haven't tested enough yet, but I think that is like, I know why there's Monkey Dories in a lot of the Japanese lists. But I have built a list that's on Cube Koga, actually, which is Valiant Zacian to be more aggressive at KOing the basics. And you float your energy attachments on Jet Energies to get your Zacians back in, or the Cramorant back in, or whatever. And then you can play a low amount of Psych Energy and a Clefairy in that deck, rather than, like, obviously that deck doesn't even attempt to get a attack in with Zacian, like the second attack. So having basic Psychic in the deck and a Lily's Clefairy, which is just an efficient attacker, to me sounds better than having Dark Energy Monkey. Because there are going to be decks that just KO Zacian back to back to back, and then your monkeys are pointless. I think a Roxanne might be better over a Judge. I don't know, I do like the Judge. What's the chop? Down to 3 switch cart? That sounds kind of gross. Down to... Really only use 1 Zacian before it's all Cram and then Luna. Yeah, that's true. My worry is you lose so much power by filling your bench and then not being able to use the Cram. Yeah, I mean, the Valiant list naturally plays more switch outs than the Monkey list as well, right? I suppose that's a similar deal. In that just by playing a Valiant package, you're shoving in 4 switch and 4 jet. So you're never missing the opportunity to Cram. Or indeed Blood Moon. I don't know, I need to put more time into it. I do think that, like, just the fact that that is going to be like a 120 plus a 30 bench snipe in like a lot of spots is just like really, really powerful. And if that 30 bench snipe becomes 70 if you're Valiant pinging and whatnot, it seems pretty broken. It's like doing a Ogerpon play. Deck also loses to Bolt. That was my reasoning for adding in the Clefairy line, actually. It was more so to beat Bolt than to beat Pult. I made a rhyme. The format made a rhyme for me. Yeah, I don't know where the cut is, honestly. Maybe it's one of those just nice to have cards. I'm not enjoying playing this, though. Nowhere near as much as playing, like, Forehead Miraidon or Forehead Arch or something like that. I think most play higher Arven. One thing I know that Ryuki did was he played, like, extra... like, he played 2 copies of INO and 2 research, I think. More support is good. Please be a low hit point deck that I can Badoo. Hooray! Do you think a Wolves format will be more fun than a format of Snorlax Stall? Saw the interesting debate on Twitter. Yes, I think a Wolves format is more fun than a Snorlax Stall format. It's the biggest philosophy change is that, like, rather than opting to change, it's more about, like, you're ultimately changing your deck choice rather than list choice, and I prefer that, I think. I think I want multiple Budoos available to Budoo between my Budoos. Don't mind if Badoo. I don't know what last mon should be. Maybe just floats for potential fish. Yeah, maybe just this. Value's value. Good hand. Cloth can't win another major. What if it did, though? Crazy. This actually reminds you of old Landy EX days. Yeah, it's much more Landorus-like than Boswell-like. Because Landorus EX basically never used its second attack. That's not true, but it like would do it once a game maybe, and that's much more like the Zacian. He's gonna buddy me, and then I'm gonna buddy him right back, buddy. That's a really good draw. Yay. I'm not your buddy, friend. What is my goal for Stockholm? Winning, of course. Certainly not playing Cube on Sunday. That's not my goal. I'm testing the wrong deck. That's crazy. What's the right deck? My last boss raid, I don't think it's worth it just for a Frogadier. Am I Carmining away my last Area 0, my last Mochi? Oh, it's not my last Area 0. Last Mochi isn't that relevant. It can help me like Blood Moon KO or Greninja EX maybe. Oh, I should have played the forest. Oops. It's fine. It's great fodder for later. Smile. I do not enjoy this deck. This one, the biggest one of the year. And I play it crap, so I should probably not play this. I'm going to try some different poison pals after this anyway. I intended to show off a different poison pal. We are in danger. Oh, he only took one. We are out of danger. Zacian in Arch, will I get away with it? Is it that good? I don't know. I'd much rather keep Dialga, to be honest. But Dialga rotates. Good point. Kind of scuffed because of the Valiant playing hide and seek. But... Show me the Briar, please. Pretty good. Lucha. You can get any card. That's so broken. Yo, thanks, Benji. I agree. I fully agree with that sentiment. I can hit 29 without Valiant, right? Blood Moon hits enough anyway, right? You've served your purpose. Yeah, that's that really was something, wasn't it? Something special. Yeah, I sure am playing in Stockholm this weekend. Yeah. I might try a different poison deck for a bit. This is like a reversed engineered fever dream thing that I thought about today. Not that I'm panicking about deck choice or anything. Not a problem. Not a problem. Right, let me join the Church of Dragapult. Hold on, I need to put a switch in this deck. I remember that much. Yeah, genius. Less Nespal. Can't hurt. Yeah. Right, hold on. I'll export and show the list in full. Oh, I've been showing you the screen wrong this whole time. Am I okay? Why did no one say anything? Okay, whatever. So, for those who don't know, Poison Arch is doing well post-row. Pretty well post-row. And one of the big issues of Arch right now is that its Dengo matchup is pretty atrocious, right? And Black Belt stinks. And poking with a baby Dura to force an odd prize map stinks, because they play Monkey to offset as well as Churros, plural. So rather than having to use Black Belts, what if we had Binding Mochi? And with that, we can also KO Hands, Bolt, and with Perilous Jungle, because you need to have a Stadium Bounce in the deck anyway to get around Jamming Towers, you can actually hit 28 with your archers. And 28 is a good number, because Japan have figured out that 28 is a good number post-row. But rather than being post-row, we keep Greninja, because that's cracked. And by having Binding Mochi, we can, anytime a Dragapult hits us, we have Mochi, Relicanth, copy, KO with Raging Hammer. So a Dragapult literally isn't allowed to attack our Arch all game. It's kind of cool. Kind of sneaky. Do you need that many Mochi in Ancient Capsule? Maybe not. I'd love to have some space, to be honest. I'd love to have some space. Only 7 energy, 3 Vessel seems low. I mean, it's pretty low. But realistically, it's not like a Dialga endgame that we're working towards. No Squawk. Why do you need Squawk in this deck? We choose second. We're a trolley deck. We choose second and use our supporter cards to draw cards. I didn't play Squawk in this deck anyway. Your intelligence on the Matrix is going... Wait for it. Which way is it spinning? That's funny. I can see myself playing 2 Ancient Boosties. But it's the classic, like, prize one or research one and you're sad. Scamazenta is not quite Squawk. It's worse than Squawk, but it's something that you can... like, if your turn 1 is Arven Trolley, you can, and Forest, you can go grab Zama, Forest up, C5 fresh cards. So that's kind of cool. Friends been looking at this deck and says it plays well. I was only encouraged because I saw it post-row, and I was like, huh, why is that not happening right now? And I think the real answer is there's probably better Arch builds. But also, Japan never had the format where, like, Dengo was super-duper giga-popular, right? And now we're in that weird spot where Dengo could be, like, the 2nd or 3rd most played deck at Stockholm. Probably top 3, I think most people would say. So, we're going to try some Poison Arch just for a few games and see how much worse it is than just playing Dialga v Star Forehead. He thinks Dengo is crazy after rotation. Yeah, I think Dengo is pretty good post-row. I think it's best with Pult. Turbo Energize, interesting. I mostly thought that I can have a all one prize board and hammer in with Mochi Bonnet combo. And that sounds pretty busted. Hammer in is like us using a little prodding attack, right? Little prodigy, protege, you know, all the hits. This is just your classic opening hand where you don't have anything you want, you know, the usual. Alarm bells ring out. Is this guy going to retreat his Budu turn 1 is my question. He's trying to give you a sign by giving you nothing. No, that sounds cracked. What are you talking about? Stamp to 2, lose the game. Let's go. Hit me. Raging Bolt with Blender and Ho-OV. Oh yes, that's value. Never let him know your next move. Acceptable. Oh, heater. You got a heater. Your Honor. Oh, fudge. Let me speak to my client, Your Honor. No. He's still going to stamp me, and I'm still going to lose. I'm gonna Iono and try and be big. Try and be a big man. You think you're a big man, huh? Ioning away the A-Spec classic. I couldn't even get big! Sad. Certainly not a stamp into loss. Certainly not. There it is, the jungle! My head is a jungle. Future bots +1 picnic basket. These are the plays. Doctors don't want you to know. Is there any way you can save 5% on codes, on cards with code Omnipoke? There's always just dunking on this deck? Really? Jake, how's it going? Sorry, YouTube lot, I've only just seen some comments. I was looking at my list. Where'd I get the mat holder? Amazon. It's a vinyl roll holder is what it's called. Easy to find. Just me. He's finally decided to turn up and play the game of Pokemon. Good for him. Playing the game of Pokemon. Yo, self-damage. I can fight. Trolley. I don't have Skibby. Sad. Jungle's the fodder. A Vessel, then I Frog, draw. I have Ultra Ball for this. I don't need Poison just yet, so maybe I take Forest and put down a Scamazenta. Thoughts? We can talk. So the biggest fear factor that I have with this deck is that whenever I actually bench my Bonnet, I need to have access to Churro. That's the biggest fear, because it's a fat 3 retreat man. He's a problematic man. Maybe I just do this, keep it open for either of these that's in hand. I think that's probably better. Also, Scamazent is a 2 retreat cost, so... But I can always arch him. Oh, and I didn't have freaking Bundy. I needed Bundle this turn, right? That's pretty bad, actually. Oh, that's fine. Pretty sure I get rid of the Canth now because I'm punching a Pulse. Just use the Zam? No, it does nothing. It does no damage. It does nothing. To draw into the bundle. No, the bundle was prized, otherwise I would have used it. Otherwise I would have trolleyed it. You think you're smart, huh? You think you're smart? Getting around my arch perfectly. I think you're some sort of wise guy playing perfectly into me. I kind of need to build another bridge. Because he can very much just KO this one. And I want him to punch another one for 200. Crispy boy. Monkey on deck. This deck is horrendous, isn't it? Have I just built like a terrible deck? I feel like I've just built a terrible deck. For the sake of having a marginally better Dengo matchup. It might be the end of the Poison Pals stream and moving on to a I'm just panicking, let's play Miraidon or Dango myself stream. Thoughts? Why am I trying to be creative when I can just copy other people's homework? Hourglass Ninja Moon deck? That's kind of cool. Please play a good deck, then you'll do well. Oh, I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. You silver-tongued devil, you. Good deck, be good. Spitting. You guys are spitting right now. So I probably still need to promote this guy and retreat out of him so I can have one energy floated on him for when it gets... Oh no, because if he gusts it back up, I lose anyway. But it opens up Night Stretcher outs because I only have 2 in the bin right now. Okay, good talk. I don't know, on Prey time, I guess. Can't Iono. This is going to go great. This is going to go just swell. This deck's terrible! What have I built? Right, forget it. What have I done? There's a reason why this has never been done before until post-row. Because it's stinky and bad. Now then, more stinky ideas. Where's just a really standard Dango? This is old Dango. Let's make it for the modern man. Countercatcher, get the heck out of here. Kellogg's, don't need you. 1 second, I'm going to copy someone's homework. Churro, good guy. Oh, he does still play counter. Okay. Are we really behind in this day and age? 4, 4, 2. 3. What am I missing? 1, 2, 3. All of this stuff. Oh, am I down 1 Night Stretcher? No, 3 is fine. Am I blind? What the heck? Ah, it's double churro. That's fine. Palk back in is the Galaxy Brain. This is going to be an I'm opting first list. Poison Dango. Not quite. We've given up on everything poison already, Todd. Now the plan is, you don't respect Palkia anymore. So I'm going to go first in this format and palk the living daylights out of everyone. Cube Sunday, I told you, I told you. You should have seen what we were playing before. I'm so lucky you've arrived when I've stopped playing all the terrible decks. Toilet. Propaganda time, let's go. Is it hydrogen? Sorry, I was commenting. Oh no, not hydrogen time, please. It's the goat. It's over. Pack it up. I mean, what can I do against a threat like this? Is Vessel in the deck? Yeah. The king! The king! He's kind of the king, though. I suppose I shouldn't put down a third Gimme Ghoul so he doesn't have an extra Kiram target. What? Do your worst, he said, panicking. Don't see why you'd play this over Terrabox. Hey, great point. You make a great point, but I would say that about almost every deck in that format. And a freaking lemon pip in my tea. Horrendous. No Manaphy. See ya. Hands up who thinks I'm in the bin this turn. Oh, it's over. It's over! He even discarded the Drayton. He didn't even need it. Losing to Drayton. Classic. It's over! It's lights out. Name for real? How's it going? Good morning. So tragic. When the vessel is better than the... Huh? I'm dizzy, the room's spinning. Do I believe off this Fez? You gotta believe. Y'all didn't believe. Horrendous. Saddest star portal of our lives. Looks like we're playing Maridon for Stockholm. This is boot. Look at the state of this. Roaring Moon. One of my friends wants me to play Roaring Moon. I think I'd prefer to play Maridon over Moon, to be honest. A no-zero Maridon. I'm not against the Prime Catcher Maridon. I think Box is slightly better, but I think it's pretty close. I think Counter Catcher back into an Area Zero Maridon is so similar to playing the Prime Catcher build. Roxanne? No Roxanne. Just CC. CC's good though. Will there be an opening for off meta after rotation? I don't know. I'm always a cynic, right? So I'm never going to be like, oh yeah, that sounds great. My best play just to remove Stadium here. Cypher Maniac for a Stadium. He's only one down, but... Do you think there are only players who are good because they play Lugia? Strange question. I mean, Lugia's still a skill testing deck. It's just different skill sets to the majority of other decks. Chris, I'm similar. I really like Box. Also, don't forget that Countercatcher was in Landon's 60. So, the fact that everyone has cut that and then we're like, oh, I think Prime Catcher's really good. When really, if you just hard press the the Magneton as quickly as possible, you get to play an ace spec in your deck, basically anyway, for free, with Countercatcher. Lugia plays full on the Intelligence X work ethic matrix. That's such a... honestly, that tweet needs like 1 million likes and retweets, or whatever it was. What was it on? Was it on Insta? So someone that we know did a matrix graphic of work ethic along one axis and intelligence on another, and then he had like YouTubers on the high work ethic, low intelligence axis, which I think is just such a bizarre place to put that, because like YouTube isn't a real job really, so the work ethic is just not. I mean, only the very high like 0.01x% are high work ethic, I would say. That's by no means the only one they got wrong, and I'm not like just like, they said YouTuber's bad, and now I don't agree with it. It's more like everything on that matrix was abysmal, but it just so happened to be quite funny that the YouTuber one was also just like completely wrong as well. Am I losing to Slowking? Yeah, looks like it. It's been a good night so far. Really enjoyed my time playing the Pokemon trading card game today. I think I'm going to give this app 5 stars after this. As the Workers had its own category, which already is insane. But, yeah, truly ridiculous. Truly a masterclass, if ever I've seen one. Why am I playing a deck with no hand disruption? I can lose to clowns like this. I literally can't do anything. It's so tragic. It's a tragic tale. Why am I losing to the king? It's so over. Spoon Squad, I've completely given up on this game, don't you worry. Any decision making I made that turn was out of pure disdain for the Pokemon trading card game. Judging Dengo? I mean, Lucas played Roxanne, right? Maybe I could play Roxanne. I played Roxanne in this deck before. It's a pretty good cut. Roxanne. Having CC and Roxanne in the deck can give you at least some hope against some of the aggro stuff. Maybe this one game was evidence that we should play Roxanne. That's why we test, Smile. I'm so unbelievably tired today. I'm not going to play for much longer anyway. What are you doing? You brought back a Kiram. It's got to be BM, right? It's 100% BM. Can he really not KO the Dengo? That's wild. 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 Man, it would be good to disrupt him in any way possible, wouldn't it? It'd be so good if I could do that. We tried. YCC Fez, he has Lati and Jets. I'd rather just take out a man that he has in play. He's already down multiple stretches, right? Yeah, whatever. I need to hold... No, whatever. Again, this game was chalked, like, from the beginning. It's like so irrelevant waste of time content that I can't be bothered to even put any thought into it and just check out. I'm going to be real with you guys. Got a top 32 Atlanta to feel confident. Well, it's going to be the classic play what you know. And I'm pretty sure you know Lugia, so go with that. Oh, in Atlanta. Dengo Pulse. Let's get it. I think Ogre Box is the strongest deck. But I think that's as much as a brain rattle as like Kyogre Lost Box was. Don't you guys know that any deck can win a tournament if you're just good with it and it's one of the top contenders? Why can't Ceruledge be good? Loses like every engine piece. Hiya! Not bad, that's not bad. That's also not bad. Probably a pre-attached grass angle to my boy. Kind of ugly. Maybe a pre-attached metal angle, actually. Pre-attached metal sounds good. Arctina. Oh, that's another poison deck I could try. Trolley Arctina poison package. Some did well with that in Fortaleza, didn't they? There's still time to play Poison Pals. Huzzah. Benching Blood Moon T1. Am I in the bin? Help, help. I don't know what's going on. Help, help. He T1 benched Cram and Blood Moon. His board is Cloggers. Clog Champ. Right here, they're looking like a credit score. Matt, how's it going, man? It's been a while. I'm good. You're moving to Warwick? Let's go. Sick. That's awesome. That's actually sick. Let's get it. Warwick is a casual 35 minutes. It's nothing. Honestly don't know what's the best energy to put down here. Is it better to put another metal in the bin while you already have metal on board? Probably not. It's probably just one of these still. Thanks, Matt. I'll message you. I have life updates to tell you as well. Exciting. On an FM save, classic. Some things never change. Huge. Yeah, I'll message you after this, buddy. Uh-oh, he's cooking. Why wouldn't I share the life updates with the whole class? Because I'm talking to an old school friend right now. Get me in on the life updates. Go, get me in on that. Y'all got any of those life updates? He did a thing. That's the update. Congrats on that thing you did. Aspalas, thanks so much for following. Yeah, it's good news, don't worry. Proud of you. Ah, right, can this guy just, like, wreck me already? I'm bored. A lot of the YouTube guys discussing the new Tapu Koko EX. Well, there's Area Zero, it's not too shabby, but I feel like it makes it a Miraidon deck, and it's also like a non-terrestrial, non-ability attacker guy, right, that can be handy into other walling men. Joe's yearbook definitely said most likely to play Cube on a Sunday. Phenomenal. That is phenomenal. We can all agree on that. Sorry, what the hell is going on? What are you doing? He's doing this into a deck with double churro and just saying, you don't got it like that, Mr. Bernard. And he's right. Crazy. How have you not lost yet? Your support never ceases to amaze me, guys. Appreciate you all. Stop first to give myself higher Greninja odds. In theory. If I can hit, like, an Ultra Ball, or I could hit a Spec and Thin more energy. I think it goes stop Dengo Greninja here. But then again, if I mill the wrong thing, then it's all for nothing. Classic. Look at this ace specker than Vessel right here. I do play Switch. I played it turn 2 to Greninja him. His board is full. He can't do too many scary things here. Cram swing. The classic cart second. The stop after boss. The classic. Lost Box is such a cool deck that you're sick of seeing. I'd be all for Lost Box if we had like 1 hour plus 3 turns. But 50 min plus 3 makes it look pretty bad. Yeah, this is a decent turn from him. Awesome Box main over here. Chose to take 3. Why choose to take 3 there? I'll Greninja you right back, sir. Dengo the play? I don't know. The poison stuff I tried today was pretty pants, so... I could see myself playing a Roxanne. Roxanne's like a nice safety blanket, I think, in this. Don't know what I'd cut necessarily, though. Like, does it feel that good going to 2 Cypher instead of 3? I don't know. I like the 3 Irida though, because I want to lean into going first in Palkia, turn 2ing people. But maybe there are other decks that can do that better. Because at the end of the day, it's still just a 1-1 Palk. And if I'm going first into people, I have to assume I'm getting Badooed. So I have to be able to turn 2 Greninja without items. And maybe that's just the copium. Maybe that's why, like... it shouldn't be the case. Because oftentimes you need Vessel or a spec to try and get there. And to get Greninja active. So maybe that's just like wrong logic anyway. Maybe Budu's better protection than Manaphy ever was. Damn, they played Manaphy in their deck and I was able to Moonlight Shuriken them twice. Wild. No, I haven't played Palkia tonight. I played it earlier on in the week and I hated it. Plus, my brain is mush. I'm very, very tired. So I need to... I wanted to play some more like straightforward decks. What do I think about Poison Bridge post? I mean, the fact that it was terrible pre, where it has more draw power, makes me a bit nervous. Yeah, I'm having a lot of late nights, business calls into the wee hours because of time zones. And also the tragic thing is my heating's not working again. Don't ask. Don't bother. So I've been having to get up early to gym and use the gym showers. So I've been staying up later and getting up earlier. It's a recipe for mush. Yeah, they didn't play that so great, Spoon. The only thing is, if they take double gimme, I already put the Churro to the top of my deck with Cypher the turn before, because I was passing it with it in the active, so I would have denied that line from them anyway. But I hear what you're saying. That was the line I expected them to take, and that's why I did the Churro. Unimpressed with Gator. I know you and Lyric weren't overly impressed. It's a good and bad deck, right? It's like... It's allowed to be good by the context of the formats, but sometimes you can draw some absolute horrendous hands. It's a low consistency, like give it time and it's lethal, but I feel like it can get run off the board as well if people can be bothered to play some more respect. Just start Greninja against the Dragapulse so they can't body lock you out of a Shuriken. Genius. T1 Cypher Pokestop, you'll love to see it. Frostlass Evolutions. And I thought my jokes were bad. I think it's blind Pokestop first. Thoughts? I could code break for Poppins and like Irida maybe, and then Greninja pre-stop as well. Maybe it's code into code, honestly. Maybe it's code Greninja code. Like this. But then if this gets KO'd and I don't have access to a Dengo, I'm kind of in the bin. So maybe still this. But the late Palk feels terrible. It's like this plus X. It's like this plus Ultra, maybe? Please give me enough time. Yeah, we don't play Evo in the list. It's an Irida list. Ew. I got good news and bad news. The good news is I can Ultra Ball Cypher next turn. The bad news is the friends we lost along the way. Losing both Churro in a situation where your opponent's trying to accumulate counters on you all game. Classic. Show me the Sylveon right now and ruin my life. I'm playing terrible decks because we've been losing to terrible decks because I'm playing badly with bad decks and I'm not in Arceus tier. Thanks for watching. They have a one-card hand right now. Going Monkey Dory Dark is quite funny here. I think because I have Fez in hand, I'm allowed to do this. I think I still like cycling. They're much more likely to play Crystal than Stamp, right? So I can hold. They're back. Certainly have to read this one. Crazy. Oh dear. Why are we here? Last game of the night, I think. I should definitely have got to Arceus before streaming. This has truly been a day. Certainly one to remember, guys. Certainly. Excuse me. What's the play for Stockholm? Great question. I'm probably just going to play Miraidon. CBA to think. I'll play Box, not Prime. I'll play Box plus Countercatcher, so I have both in my deck. Crazy. Minior? No. No, I don't think I will. Blood Moon banned? Probably not. I'm probably getting Budooed at some point. Do I need to pre-retrieval? I think I'm only losing to Budoo at this point, so... Oh, I can't even lose to Budoo because I already have Monkey established. That was pretty silly. Bad logic. Oh, but the monkey is going down. Yeah, okay. Good logic. Genius. Because don't forget, we milled 2 churros this game. Don't forget it. What the hell was this deck anyway? Haven't done any pre-releases, no. I'm just going to buy singles, I think, of this set. The boxes are giga expensive. No idea why. Plus, I'm just going to win boxes in Stockholm anyway. Oh wait, it'll be old format. And I also won't. Damn. Pre-release is a pretty good value, I'd say, but... It's weak to metal, right? Wait. Pulled some belly bolts. I like the combo of Raging Bolt. Also, I think Scramble Switch Iron Hands is kind of interesting. Not evolving this one, by the way, to play around random Badu Lost Con. They did play Stamp. Those sneaky, sneaky guys. This really has been an awful stream. I can only apologise. I'm low energy. Everything I've played has been terrible. It really is just a waste of everyone's time. But I wanted to do something before I went to stock. So you're going to have to forgive me. Yo! Colleague's good point. Life does come at you fast. Zoomies. That is actually a game, isn't it? Sadly, one energy is game. Bonk. The negative organs are all gone. Yes, let's go raid someone and call it a night, I think, because I am tired. And all that's going to happen is I'm going to get more tilted. So let's just end on that small not grief. See you all at Stockholm, though. I'm probably just going to play Miraidon, honestly, because I CBA, play any more poke. I'm focusing on post-row. And I know how to play Miraidon. Let's go raid Moji, I reckon. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you soon. And have a good time in Stockholm. Say hi if you want to. See you later.